everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about the Ram 1500 REV. A lot of you know about this truck. It's Ram's first electric pickup truck. And there's been a lot of ups and downs about it, meaning it's been very decisive. A lot of people are excited to see, this truck come to fruition because it shows really impressive numbers for a half-ton pickup, while others hate the EV fact. But today we learned some very shocking information that may sway your decision coming forward with what Ram has said and what's happening because of all the changes going on at Stellantis right now, because they're completely revamping the way that they're thinking with their product lineup going forward since Carlos Tavares left. So the first thing you should know is the Ram 1500 made its debut at the New York Auto Show a couple years back. And the interesting thing was it was announced that it would have two battery packs. The first one was going to be a 168 kilowatt hour battery pack with 350 miles of range standard. Okay, so that was okay. I mean, that's about on par with what most of the electric trucks are getting. However, they said, hey, we're going to bring a 229 kilowatt hour battery pack as an option, and that battery pack will get you 500 miles of range. Now, that was a game changer because Ford really can't meet those numbers by any means in their F-150 Lightning. Rivian can't meet those numbers. If you look at GM's been really the one to stuff the biggest battery pack they could in their electric trucks, and they're pushing about 450 miles, depending on the trim level. So 500 miles of range was even bolder. And this was a big changer too, because those who wanted to actually tow with their truck, we all know that electric trucks, lose about half their towing range when they are pulling something. So it kind of was like, hey, this could work. But not long after they made the claim of, hey, this is going to have 500 miles of range, they introduced the Ram 1500 Ram Charger. Now, the Ram Charger is a range-extended electric vehicle. So basically, you get a lot of the same goodies that are underneath the Ram 1500 REV. However, we get a smaller battery pack, a 92 kilowatt hour battery pack. And instead of having a frunk, we actually get a 3.6 liter Pentastar V6 under the hood, which is connected to a 150 kilowatt inverter. Now, the Pentastar does not drive the wheels at all. Instead, it powers this inverter and works as a generator to charge the battery pack up. So what this means is you can plug the truck in and you can fill it up with gas and not have to worry about losing range, because once the battery is depleted, the generator will kick on and actually power the battery pack. So while the battery pack is powering the wheels, it won't ever die on you as long as you keep pumping it fuel, because the generator will keep powering it. So it's a pretty ingenious idea. We've seen other automakers like Scout come on board and say, hey, we're going to do the same thing with their new Harvester lineup. So that truck has been a game changer. And Ram says if you have a full charge on that truck and a full tank, you can get about 690 miles of range. So that right there just puts it way ahead of the Ram 1500 REV. So we heard all along that this Ram 1500 REV truck was supposed to make its debut in the fourth quarter of 2024. However, it was pushed back because when Tim Kuniskis came back, he didn't want to have a botched launch like what we've seen with the Dodge Charger Daytona and the Wagoneer S. There's been a lot of problems with, software and stuff like that, and Tim didn't want that to happen. Plus, there was a lot more people interested in the Ram 1500 Ram Charger. So it made it this very simple decision, hey, let's push the Ram 1500 REV back, and we'll take and move the Ram 1500 Ram Charger forward. Now, the interesting thing was, again, that 500 miles of range for the REV. So that battery pack, once they announced that truck, if you went on Ram Truck's website, it said in really fine print that actual optional battery pack wouldn't be available until late 2026. So when Tim announced, hey, we're moving the truck back, we kind of figured, it's probably going to be more in line with that optional battery pack. So fast forward to today, Jared posted this article on Mopar Insiders, and it says the LongRange, or what they call the Ram REV XL, has been canceled. That 500-mile battery pack model has been canceled. We got an email from a supplier, and basically the supplier said, hey, here's an email we got, and if you read it, you'll see BEV L, which means basically the normal version of the Ram REV, and you'll see Ram 1500 BEV XL. And what the BEV XL is that 500-mile battery. So what Stellantis sent to their suppliers was, dear suppliers, as Stellantis continues to focus on the launch of the Ram 1500 Ram Charger and the Ram 1500 REV BEV L, the company has made the decision to cancel the light-duty Ram 1500 DT BEV XL, the long-range variant. Consequently, we ask you to immediately cease all activities related to this project and suspend all incremental spending. Please note that this cancellation only applies to the unique BEV XL parts. Work on any parts shared with the BEV L should not be canceled or stopped. Should you need further clarifications, blah, 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 blah. So that was effective immediately. So this is a brand new thing. It shows that Ram is actually canceling their 500-mile range vehicle, which is kind of nuts because we figured that that would be the one that people would be interested in. But a lot of people are complaining right now that EVs are getting so expensive, and with that big battery pack, I guarantee you this truck was just going to be too expensive for the normal person, and that's probably why they said, hey, let's take and focus on the smaller battery pack. And with all the people that are excited about the Ram 1500 Ram Charger, they're probably going to opt for that anyways. So Stellantis in the last couple days have been showing that they're reevaluating their whole product portfolio moving forward, moving away from Carlos Tavares' Dare Forward 2030 program. We seen the other day that there was a suspended halt on the development of the new Chrysler C6X, which is basically what the replacement for the Airflow concept, which was supposed to make it in the market, is supposed to be coming late in 2025, has been suspended because they're reevaluating their lineup and where the direction the brand's going. So that's kind of good news because Chrysler was supposed to be an all-electric brand by 2028. So now if they're reassessing that, they're noticing like, hey, we're going to follow paths like GM and Ford. They're moving more towards hybrids instead of just all this EV stuff. So that's good news. And if you go on to the video before this, I actually talk about all that stuff because we actually got basically a statement from Stellantis after we posted the information last week. And then if you look at this information, this is big too because it's showing that Ram is backing away from this all EV stuff. Yeah, it's going to create that truck anyways, but it's going to put a focus on this extended long-range model, which obviously more people are interested in. So it's saying that Ram is actually listening to the people. So when we talked to Ram about this, we actually contacted them and got a statement from them. And they said the decision was related to the recent move that created an opportunity to lead with the Ram Charger technology. That's all they said. So you got to keep in mind the Ram Charger is actually, in my mind, it's a better vehicle. You get about the same amount of horsepower, same amount of torque roughly. And the interesting part is all the performance stats are about the same. Payload's about the same, all that stuff. But you don't have to charge it. You can just, like, if you're in a jam and you have to be somewhere, instead of having to find a fast charger and have to sit there, you can go to a gas station, fill the thing up, and run it on electric anyways. It should have enough range where most people won't have to use a gas pump every day. Basically, if you plug it in at home, you should be able to do your more normal day-to-day stuff. Also, the benefit about the Ram Charger is if you're towing, again, instead of losing half your range, the Ram Charger, you fill it full of gas, your range gets depleted, it continues to go on. And you still get the benefits of those EDMs producing, 14,000 pounds of towing capability and way more payload because of the weight of the truck than what we got before with just the standard Ram 1500. We're looking at 2,625 pounds of payload. So that's pretty decent for a Ram 1500. So that's big news. It's showing that, again, each of these brands are slowly changing their ways. Since Carlos Tavares left, that John Elkann and his team, while they're looking for a CEO, they're being very aggressive in, trying to change their ways and move forward in the market to bring products that people aren't forced to buy, but that want to be able to buy them. So that's going to be a huge game changer in the way that their inventories lay out and all that stuff. The problem is, to me, is price. How much is this Ram Charger going to cost? How much is the standard REV going to cost? It's going to come down to cost. Now, if they can get this Ram Charger, because it's got a smaller battery pack, to be cheaper, it's a win-win. And I think that's what they're thinking with, suspending the long-range battery pack, that this truck will actually be probably, if not on par with the Ram 1500 REV, it'll probably be a little bit cheaper. And compared to having that long range model, it makes no sense to have that model anymore. So yeah, for those who actually have orders for the Ram 1500 Rev, and we're looking for that 500-mile range, yeah, I'm sorry to say it, but it's not happening. But you can still get a 350-mile range pickup, or you can get the Ram Charger. Now, personally, I actually signed up to, I put an order in for a Ram 1500 Ram Charger. Will I get it? It depends on the price. So I put some money down when Ram announced the ordering process. I was one of the first ones to put my order in. So we'll see if with the truck coming out and pretty soon, we should know, how much it's going to cost and that. And maybe I'll make my decision. If I can still get, electric vehicle incentives and stuff on it, maybe I'll go that way. I don't know yet. I've been looking for a new truck, but we'll see. So prices coming down to everything. I mean, everything's getting more and more expensive, so we'll see, like I said. So anyways, hope you liked the video. Make sure to check out Mopar Insiders and 5th Gen Rams on a daily basis, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.